Randy here from Essential Bed, and in this video today, I just like to talk a little bit about sleep, and give you a few sleep facts that you may not be aware of, and talk about the importance of sleep overall. As Americans, for whatever reason, we seem to really undervalue sleep. All of us like to, I guess, talk a little bit about how I don't need that much sleep, and I'll sleep when I die. That one's really true. Um, and and we just don't value it. We're willing to trade off sleep to watch, to binge watch a TV series. We'll trade off sleep to go out and socialize with our friends. We'll trade off sleep for any number of reasons, but we trade it off. And I got to tell you something. I want you to really think about this. The number one touch point in your life is sleep. And the number one touch point in your life physically is your bed. Don't undervalue these things. We humans are wired to sleep as adults 7 or 8 hours a night. And there's really a lot of reasons for that. Are you aware that over 100,000 automobile accidents in this country every year, including somewhere in the area of 6,000 fatalities, are directly related to lack of sleep? Lack of sleep is a bigger issue than drinking, honestly. And in fact, on that topic, if you've been up 19 hours straight, you are the equivalent in all kinds of testing of reflexes, etc. You're the equivalent of being a .05 on a breathalyzer. If you've been up 24 hours straight, you're the equivalent of a .10. That is legally drunk in every state in the union. And people do this all the time. I don't want to scare you, but think about when you're driving down the road and you're driving amongst all types of sleep-deprived people. Think about if you've got a job that's involved with things where you have to make important decisions and you have to make them quickly. For example, a police officer, life and death decisions. If he's underslept and he's the equivalent of a .10 or a .05, how is he going to make those decisions in the best interest of himself and his own personal safety, as well as the interest of the public and the people that he's dealing with? One of the reasons I think that we have so much conflict in this country, whether it's locally within a family, families fighting and spouses fighting, etc., and then globally, where we're all at odds with each other and we all seem to have hair triggers and anger and etc., it has to do with sleep. If you haven't slept well, you just don't have the ability to respond correctly in those types of relationships. And then we tend to snap at each other and we just don't listen. It's really a bad situation. So I want you to think about sleep. This is the number one touch point in your life. You literally spend a third of your life sleeping. To put it in another perspective, I'm 60 years old. I've spent 20 years of my life sleeping. There's nothing else that I've spent doing in my life that would come even remotely close to 20 years. It affects every single aspect of your health, your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. It's important, folks. It's time to really think about sleep. It's time to understand all the connections between sleep and health and your happiness and your lifestyle, etc. Don't undervalue it. Come see us at Essential Bed. We're at 200 Alder Drive in North Aurora. We'll talk to you about your sleep, and we will help you find a sleep solution that's exactly customized for you. Because you know what? We're not all the same. We all have different body types. We all have different needs. We're interested in you. We're interested in your sleep, and we look forward to seeing you at the store.